Andrew Bell here, and geez, it's pleasing to see spring with us right now. You know, we've all been hearing about housing prices for close to 5 years. And like many of you, I'm not just hearing about it in the news, but I see it and hear it from family and from friends. For many of us, it's just a couple of words, housing crisis, because we're okay. But it's a very real problem for so many people, and I do see it firsthand. In just the past 2 months at our in-room auctions, we've had a 100% success rate. Last week, for example, we had 8 properties scheduled. 2 sold prior to auction, and the remaining 6 sold on the day. One property had 16 registered bidders, another 11, another 8, and another 5. That means a huge number of potential buyers who were there missed out, and they're still looking for something to buy. Now, I trust by now that we all know there are 2 main parts to this issue. The first is supply. The latest figures from the Master Builder of Australia showed a forecast shortfall of 36,000 homes a year between now and 2029. That means we'll end up with 180,000 homes short of the federal government's target of 1.2 million new homes. The problem isn't just money. There's also a lack of commitment to drive programs, poor adherence to deadlines, and most critically, a shortage of skilled labour. That's real, and there's no quick fix. There's another consideration that gets less attention, the not in my backyard mentality. The Gold Coast is a prime example. Our population is now around 700,000, up 150,000 in the last decade, and we're on track to reach 1 million within 2 decades, if not sooner. But we don't have the greenfield land to keep expanding. We're hemmed in. Pacific Ocean to the east, the Brisbane corridor to the north, mountains to the west, and a border to the south. It leaves only a small handful of land estates available for development. So the focus has to shift to alternatives, smaller lots, more granny flats, and of course, larger high-rises within existing zonings. The next step is rezoning for higher density living in areas not previously zoned for it. And that's where the resistance sets in. It's natural for people to push back against high density housing in their own backyard, in their neighbourhoods. But that resistance will only worsen the crisis and affect so many other people. The truth is, we can't just build new cities. I've often thought of a new city west of Mount Tamborine. It would be ideal. But no government can afford the massive infrastructure cost, hospitals, schools, transport, emergency services, and so much more. So the only realistic solution is relying on existing population centres and changing zoning rules. Of course, many see that as a decline in lifestyle quality. Now, the second consideration is population growth. Immigration adds to that layer. Increased numbers certainly fuel demand, especially in the rental sector. The government has wound back immigration in response to public outcry, but that creates another problem. Shortages in doctors, nurses, engineers and skilled trades. Exactly the people that we need to build more homes, skilled labour. It's a catch-22, and that's why the 1.2 million homes by 2030 target looks more like a pipe dream. We're behind already, and we're going to get worse, and the gap will get bigger over the next couple of years. This isn't just a problem for today, it's one that the next generation will inherit. Our way of life is changing, and nowhere more obvious than in housing. Sadly, we're going to see more homeless, we're going to see continued groups of people living in cars, on the streets, in the parks. Keeping things as they are isn't a solution. The only meaningful way forward is greater urban density. Now, on a lighter note, there's just 3 weeks to go until our Bellissimo charity lunch. I'd love to see you there. No one does a Friday afternoon lunch in a better climate than the Gold Coast. Come along on your own, as a couple, with friends. It'll be a great afternoon. Wonderful food, great drink and entertainment at the Gold Coast's newest hotel, the Mondrian, down at Burleigh. The event supports research into muscular dystrophy, and our events have already raised close to $5 million to date. We'll also have an exciting announcement to share with you on the day. Now, details on screen now, how to contact our event coordinating team. Please come along, enjoy yourself and make a difference in the world. It's a world full of uncertainty, and wouldn't it be great if each of us could just do our bit to create a happier world, showing love and care and support for our family, friends and our community. See you at the Bellissimo lunch.